right, so the last day, it's Violent Python. This is the one that started all these gamified workshops. There was a book long ago that had a bunch of Python projects in Python 2 that were hacking, and I thought they were wonderful and started me on this path of making these gamified learning workshops. And so the first thing is you have to get Python set up. Now, if you have Mac or Linux, Python is already there. If you have Windows, it is quite painful to set up because open source stuff never installs correctly on Windows. The main thing they do is they never fix the path, which you get used to for Java and everything. However, there's online sandboxes, and as I tried this morning, you can now use Google Colab. If you don't want to install Python on Windows, you can just use the Google Colab we used the first day, and everything works fine in there. You even have internet connections with your Python. So you can do everything in here, just make a notebook. That's an option. If you prefer not to install Python on Windows, which can be annoying. Anyway, so a hello world just to see your Python works at all, and the hard test is to use the network. And this is what you cannot do in most online free Python sandboxes, is use the network. But you can do it in Google Colab, which is interesting. That means you could write an attack tool in Google Colab and it would run. But I guess they have some other defenses against that at Google. That's why most sandboxes won't let you do it. Now this one imports requests and sends a GET to my page, but it doesn't print the results. To print the results, you have to you have to print something out, like you could print the status code. In fact, one thing that's kind of fun, you could do a I wonder if you can print the dir of R. I know you can do it in interactive Python. I'm just going to try it here in this thing. I don't know if it's going to work, because the directory will show me what sort of things are available in that R object. So we run this. Oh, there we are. These are all the things you can do with a request response object. And so there's stuff here like content, pieces of a web page, cookies, encoding, and so on. So I could print r.content and r.coding. No, encoding. All right, and it's all this pop-up stuff is trying to help me. All right, and like r.statuscode. And I think maybe r.body? No, just content, I think. Anyway, those are the pieces of a web page response. So that's, there's the content is the HTML code. And then after all that HTML code, we'll have, there's the encoding UTF-8 and the status code 200. So anyway, that's kind of nice, and you can do it all in Google Colab if you like. But what I prefer is to just use my Mac's built-in Python. Then I got total control over things. So, all right. So anyway, that's the first thing, is just to get your Python running at all, and you do a simple script that uses network connection to show that you've got a working Python. And once you've got a working Python, then we should talk about strings, bytes, and files. So I'm going to stop this recording.